So every day I do attend a lot of meetings and I meet with a lot of new people, and as a result I forget a lot of important conversations. For example, if you ask me what happened on that last Monday meeting, I forget it. Now I try to write things in diaries, but again you cannot write everything in a diary, or you cannot write everything on an app, and then again finding a very particular thing on a diary or something like that is very hard. And then I saw that there are this kind of AI pendant kind of or wearable solution, which the devices you can simply wear, and then they are just going to listen to everything you are going to say, and then going to do the AI based transcription, AI based summarization, going to save it. So in future you can simply go search for a particular topic on a particular day, and those are amazing. We also saw companies are coming with this kind of products in Shark Tank. But the problem is the price tag. These devices are very expensive. So I thought, why not building one of these devices from scratch and show you how you can build your own. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can build an AI summarizer pendant like this. So this is a pendant, AI summarizer pendant we have built from scratch, and it works just like the commercial ones. So we'll show you how you can build your one. We'll provide you the 3D files, the programs, the backend, everything you need to know. And we are going to start it. But before that, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe so that whenever we are going to make something like this, something cool, something innovative, you will get the update. And now, without wasting any time, let's build it. So we will start by designing the pendant in Fusion 360. Once the design is finalized, we 3D print it using our Creality K1 Max 3D printer. After printing with white PLA, this is how the 3D printed part look straight out of the printer. Next, let's talk about the components we are using for this build. The brain of the project is the Seed Studio ESP32 Sense, which is based on the ESP32 S3. We choose this board mainly because of its compact size and the built-in microphone, which is essential for this project. Along with that, we are using a 400 mAh LiPo battery for the power and an RGB NeoPixel LED as a status indicator. Now let's move on to the connections. First, we will connect the RGB LED to the ESP32. The red pin of the LED goes to GPIO 5, the green pin goes to GPIO 4, the blue pin goes to GPIO 3, and the ground pin connects to GND. Next is the battery connection. The negative terminal of the battery connects directly to the ground of the ESP32. The positive terminal goes to a toggle switch, which is already mounted inside the 3D printed enclosure. From the other terminal of the switch, we connect it to the 3.3 volt pin of the ESP32. All the components links will be provided in the video description. Once all the wiring is done, we carefully feed the ESP32, battery, LED and switch inside the 3D printed enclosure. After that, we close the body using screws. Finally, we attach a chain to the pendant so it can be worn comfortably. And this is how the final pendant looks when everything comes together. So now as the pendant is assembled, now we can actually upload the code. But before that, I want to show you how the overall system is working, and then we will upload the code and show you the demo. So here in my laptop, you can see that this is the GitHub repo for this project, and the link of that repo will be in the description, so you can simply go there. Now in the repo, we already have provided all the necessary information, like for example, the features it have, and like for example, the microcontroller, audio input, everything is already mentioned, and also the different libraries you need, API keys you need, all the things you will get here. Now, but I want to talk about how the system is working, how the recording flow is working. So basically, whenever we are going to turn this pendant on, first it will connect to Wi-Fi, and for now the credentials we are setting a fixed credentials. Definitely you can make it dynamic, so like whenever it will turn on, it will search for, it will create a hotspot, then you can connect to that hotspot, provide the Wi-Fi case, everything that you can definitely do. But in this project I'm not doing it, so simply I have provided a normal like fixed SSID and password, and it is always going to connect to that very particular hotspot. So now once it connected to the Wi-Fi, next it will start recording. Okay, and also there is this, when we'll start it, there will be a green LED that will be constant. So we will know that this is initializing, and once the initialization is done, then what is going to happen? The green LED is going to be turned off. Okay, and so then no LED is going to be no LED will be turned on at this stage. So that means that it is recording the audio. And so what it will do is it's going to record audio for 30 seconds. So it is going to capture audio for 30 seconds, and that after 30 seconds it's going to take that chunk and going to send that chunk to Whisper for to do the speech to text. Now why 30 seconds? Now 30 seconds here we have decided because definitely based on your battery usage and maybe your type of usage, you can change it. So you can make it 15 seconds, you can make it 1 minute, whatever. We have checked that for a 30 seconds audio chunk, it is to do the transcription. So I'll talk about those things, how much time it is taking to do a transcription and everything. We are sending that 30 seconds audio in the Whisper to do the speech to text. So then it is doing the transcription. So we are getting the raw text, and then we are using GPT-4o mini to do the summarization. Okay. So this is the standard flow, and every 30 seconds, whenever it is going to make the chunk ready to send, it is also going to blink a blue LED. So every 30 seconds a blue LED will blink. That means that it is working and it is sending the data. And in this way, overall the system is going to work. So as you can see, the processing flow, the audio chunk ready. This is the first step. Second is it is going to be the transcription is going to be made using the Whisper API. And then it is going to summarize that with ChatGPT or GPT-4o mini API, and then it's going to store the result. Next, it is going to update the web interface. So there is also web interface. So basically, whenever it is going to connect to a hotspot, it's going to give you a IP. Now, if that IP you open in your browser, you are going to get a dashboard where you can check that. So I'll show you what the things you can check there. But that is the web interface. So every time it is going to get the result back, it is going to show that update in the web interface, and then it is going to be ready for the next chunk. So here are some basically some web interface endpoints we have given. So this is how the dashboard looks like. So I'll show you in detail while showing you the demo, but basically it has 4 things. So one is ask. So main is transcription. So whatever we are saying, it's going to show you the transcription, live transcription, also history transcriptions. It's going to show you the summary too. Then you have the search, so you can search for a specific keyword. Then you have the ask, so you can ask a very particular question based on your previous conversations. Now this is the circuit schematic, a very basic circuit schematic. Here we are having just basically the battery, a switch, and then a RGB LED. That's it, nothing else. And this is basically the flowchart. Again, the same thing. So basically power on, and then your system initialization is going to happen. Then we are going to do continuous audio recording. Then from there we are sending it to Whisper and GPT-4o mini. From there, if there is some meaningful speech, that we are going to generate the summary for that. And then we are going to update that in the web dashboard. And then again, we are continuing the recording. Okay. And then whenever we are going to turn it off, then it is going to turn off and no more is going to send the data. This is how it's going to work. Okay, and here as you can see the performance. So basically transcription speed is 5 to 15 seconds for 30 seconds chunk. So whenever we are sending a 30-second chunk, so basically Whisper is taking around 5 to 15 seconds to transcribe it, and then the summary generation, it is taking around 3 to 8 seconds to make the summary. So basically before the next 30-second chunk will be ready, our previous processing will be done. Okay, so basically there will be no queue. So it is not going to in the queue there will be a lot of data, nothing going to happen like that. And memory usage also, everything is given here. You can have a look into it. So this is how the overall thing is working. Now I'll show you the code, everything. So basically the only thing, so here there are 2 files. One is the secrets.h and one is the summarizer.ino file. Now in secrets.h, you are going to get basically here you need to set the Wi-Fi SSID, Wi-Fi password, and the OpenAI API key. So these 3 things you need. And if you are using OpenAI for the very first time, you will also get some free credits. So with that you can test the project. Now if you go to the main.ino file, this is how the main.ino file basically looks like. And it's a very big file, so I'm not going to explain you line by line, but overall summary is written here. So basically, as you can see, line by line, so basically the global definition, then the pin mappings, audio configuration, then there are free RTOS tasks, snips in it. And one other important thing is that all the data, it is for now, all the data it is generating. So the transcription, the summary, everything is generating. It is storing in the SPIPs. Okay. So basically, we are for now we are not using any server backend. So basically you can use, so if you want to use maybe AWS or Azure backend, you can do that. So basically all the data that it is getting, those can be directly stored to AWS, Amazon AWS, Azure, or any other server you have. But for now we are storing it locally in the flash memory. So basically what will happen that whenever the locket is turned on, then only we can check the transcription or previous records, except that we cannot check it because it is storing locally. But with a very simple mod, you can also send the data to the server side also. Okay. And then there is the OABY. So OABY, if you want to change it, you want to new feature or something you want to add, you can just go to the OABY part, you can change. Then we have REST API handlers, Wi-Fi config, okay, and all the things. So Whisper transcription pipeline, ChatGPT summarization pipeline, free RTOS, everything you have there. So you can go and check out the code. And if you have any query, you can let us know in the comment section. And so this is how overall the code is working. So you just need to have these two files, secrets.h and summarizer.ino file. And you can simply simply add the configs credentials in the secret.h, and then you can simply upload the summarizer.ino file, and then your locket, your pendant will be ready, and then you can use it. So now I'll upload the code and I'll show you. So finally the device is built, as you can see, and now it's time to wear it so that I can show you the demo. So I'll just wear it. So yeah, it's just easy to wear. And this is how it is looking like. And now we just have to turn on this button, and now it's ready to use. So now I'll show you how the web dashboard works and how this system actually do the transcription and all other things. So now let me show you how this thing actually works. So in the intro, whatever I said to you at that time, I was wearing this pendant, so it should have recorded everything and the transcriptions, everything should be ready. So now I'll go into the dashboard of this thing and show you how we can search for the keyword and summarization, everything. So this pendant is connected with my mobile hotspot, and I have also connected my laptop with my mobile hotspot. And so basically here I can simply go to the IP of this device and I can access it. Now, if you want to, instead of using a local dashboard, if you want to use a cloud dashboard, that's also feasible. Small modification need to be do in the device. Here we are, for simplicity, we are using local dashboard, but also you can just set up a server in AWS or somewhere. You can send the data there too. And then instead of accessing the local dashboard, you can have a URL of it. Now coming back to here, as you can see here in the dashboard, it is showing the status as ready. So currently the transcription I have stopped it, but I can also start it from here. And here I have mainly three options: ask, transcription, search. So first I'll go to transcriptions. I'll just have to reload it. I have just loaded the page, so I need to reload it. And as you can see, the transcriptions has been loaded. So there's a lot of transcription here and there, but I need to find the intro part. So as you can see, here it is. So every day I do a lot of meet a lot of people and all this. Then I try to write things in a diary. So basically for every chunk of data, there is a kind of a recording, and for that we have the transcriptions and the summary. Now, for example, everything has been, as you can see, all the things are there. Now, this feature is for if you want to check that what exactly you have said in a meeting, you want to look into that, then you can go into this part. But now what if you want to search for something that on that day I said something about it, or somebody else said something about it, I want to search for it. I can simply go to search, and I can simply just search for diary, and here also I can choose the date and time too, but I'm not doing it, so I'll simply go to search. And as you can see here, we just got that I have said on this date, this time, that I tried to write something in diary, but again, so the exact transcription summary I got for that very particular word. If I have used that word multiple times, I will get multiple transcription, multiple matches here. Now this is about if you want to search a particular keyword. Now what about AI? If you want to know that something that you will not simply get from your transcription. So for example, if I ask that in the ask a question, I can write what you think is a problem with diaries. Okay. So, and basically if I just ask it, it is going to answer me based on the previous conversation. It's not going to give you a general answer. So if you see, the answer we got is, the problem with diaries as mentioned in the transcription is that the speaker finds it challenging to express everything in a diary, and it is hard to find particular entry with the diary. So basically based on my previous conversation, is going to tell me that the answer of the question. Also it is basically doing the summarization. So for example, if you are wearing it in maybe a lecture, and you just so basically it will do transcription of the entire lecture, and now you can ask it any question on that particular lecture, so that tell me that what this professor said about this topic, and it's going to summarize that thing. So this is the advantage of the ask a question, this feature. So that's all about this video. I hope you have enjoyed it, and also please let me know what you think of this kind of AI wearables, and also let me know if you are going to build it and going to use it, or if you need it. And also if you have any problem building it, or if you have any questions, queries, please let us know in the comment section. We'll try our best to help you. And if you haven't liked the video and subscribed the channel yet, when you will do it, please do it, and I'm going to see you in the very next video.